the very first thing is just collecting data. So what does that mean? We just need to get some video images. We will actually help the company do that. If they say, well, we don't have those images or I don't have that available, that's fine, right? We already have such a huge database of visual images and computer vision models already available for somebody that we could just start right away, right? I don't need to, like, for a Burger King, I don't, if I'm going to work for McDonald's, I don't need to go retrain a whole bunch of it's people walking into a building and doing stuff, right? So we can work off existing data, existing images, but somebody might have very specific things they're looking for on their specific job site. Okay, let's capture some images. We can actually come out and help you do that. I'm not talking about a ton, by the way. So this is not like a multi-week process or anything. That's the first thing. The second thing is, once we have that, we have to train the model. Okay, so this gets a little geeky where it's like, okay, what do you mean a model? It's just a framework. It's what's called a neural network. In other words, AI is just mirroring our brains, neural, and our brains think in frameworks, and our brains are just prediction machines. That's all they are. If I see a bunch of trees when I grow up, when I get older, that's a tree. I know that now. That's a tree, right?
Mhm.
I don't need to know that specific tree. I just know it's a tree. Right. So we're just training the model in these so-called AI frameworks, right? This is where engineers and PhDs like to try to intimidate you, and you're like, oh, you're just talking about probability. Got it. I think I can handle that. Okay, so you put it into a model, an AI model. We have all the major models. Nobody has to figure this out on their own. We do it for them. And then the model's now done. It's been trained. So then we need to get it out on the camera, right? We just do this through Wi-Fi or through the internet. We just put it out on the camera, and then it starts running. So for example, let's say you're looking for material that's been delivered. It's just looking, looking, looking. And when it sees it, it'll let you know. There's the material. Oh, it's different than what you thought it would be, or it's too much or too little, or it's getting put into the wrong space. So you're just getting this information in real time. And then the last part is, okay, how do I see the information? That's the fancy phrase, analytics. You're just analyzing it. So how are you
Mhm.
analyzing it? On the web. It's just getting pumped into your website. You're able to see it. I can do that for you. AlwaysAI has what we call dashboards to help you do that. So it's a long way of saying that's the basic process. AlwaysAI will just come in and do it, right? So if you say, I don't have the people, the time, the energy, but I know what I want to do. I know what the business objective is. I want to improve my margins. I'm struggling to hit 8% operating margin. I want to get it to 10. I think cameras can help me do that. Let's go. And so we'll just attack it.
Yeah, I love that because we're seeing that out of other groups that are kind of doing like Versatile, doing some work around, you're picking
Hmm.
when you're doing your crane picks, like, but they're
Yeah.
not predicting is that material in the right place. So a camera can say, hey,
Yeah.
did we do the material stacking the night before? Did the
Correct.
did the material show up? B, did we
Right.
stack it and prep it for the picks tomorrow?
Exactly.
Because if you can send that to a foreman that says, hey, look, the team left the site without doing that, you're going to have a
Right.
crane operator and a
Yeah.
crew of, steel iron workers, other people on site not working.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's your percentages back. So I
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
that's a unique use.
Exactly.
And I love how it's stacked in. You guys can see why I was fully geeking out on this, because the other thing was when you showed me the Swinnerton model, right? We saw a job site model, but we also saw the timber factory model, and that clicked for me because
Yeah.
one of the problems with offsite construction and our ability to kind of let go and let it
Hmm.
happen is we
Hmm.
don't have visibility. We don't
Hmm.
see what's happening in that
Right.
factory. We
Right.
don't see the timber. But
Right.
now, if you're telling me I can see the timber on the line for my job cut
Right.
and going through the line,
Yep.
and then I can have a camera on the site waiting for it to get there. Y'all
Right.
can figure out how to connect it in between.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry about that, but at least we can connect
Yeah.
those two. Now we're starting to
Yep.
connect
Yeah. Yeah. I think
manufacturing
that's right.
to job site.
Yeah. If you're kind of a control freak, this is like an awesome, awesome application for you, because I mean, and like any tech, you can overdo it and just get too
Mhm.
much data that's not really useful. So you want to be really thoughtful, but you're right. I mean, yeah, like the material was supposed to be delivered and put into that area, and it wasn't. You should probably be alerted about that, so you can call the supplier and say, "Hey, where is it?" or you got billed for 12 people that were supposedly at this place at this time, but hey, it's there's only 8, right? And I don't know where the other 4 is. There might be a good reason for it. This isn't just like surveillance. It's kind of, I'm trying to get, real information about what's going on. But yeah, I mean, these things could, look, if I can improve my margin by like a 1%, 2%, I mean, that's huge, right? It's on a big project. We hear a lot about insurance as well, and just to throw that in there,
Yeah.
because